Today is Monday, August 18th, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. On today's blend, we're talking about a new book featuring meth zombies and gopher tortoises. And of course, it's in Florida. And I've got some cool events that you could plan to check out this week. But first, the news headlines. If you're a kid under 17 in Manatee County, you could be getting a curfew, and this time it's not coming from your parents. The county commission is considering it as a way to stop late-night crime. Commissioner Carol Ann Feltz likes the idea.
I think if we look at this as a county-wide effort to help curb crime, to help our children grow up safely, I think it's a very good thing to do.
Commissioner George Cruz is not a fan of it, though.
It's not going to do anything. All we're doing is setting more rules to people. The first penalty is a written warning. The second one's $50.
State law allows local curfews with exceptions for work and school. The Manatee County Commission is voting on it at a future meeting. Aaron became a hurricane on Friday and turned into a Cat 5 in just 24 hours before calming down a bit. Right now, it's a Category 4 just east of the Bahamas. It's still not expected to make landfall in the U.S., but it will impact the currents on Florida's east coast. If anything changes, I'll let you know. A transgender teacher from Hillsborough County got a win in court last week. A district judge said a Florida law limiting pronouns to the teacher's sex assigned at birth violates their civil rights because it discriminates based on sex. 2 Florida teachers filed the suit, one from our area. How the issue is finally decided could depend on a similar Georgia case involving a transgender employee of a sheriff's office. USF researchers are using AI to read the faces of kids and teens and using that data to diagnose PTSD. It'll read subtle facial movements that can be linked to trauma. Allison Saloom with USF's School of Social Work says it'll be an advantage for them.
It can be very distressing for a child to have to talk about what happened. So to be able to have a tool that we could use to recognize facial expressions would be incredibly helpful.
The AI model is in a pilot study right now. Picture this. It's 2009, the height of the Great Recession. Eddie and Cue Ball are fresh out of high school in Central Florida. With the economy in the dumps and money-making options limited, they turn to exactly what most people say you shouldn't do when you're strapped for cash: selling drugs. That's the synopsis for Florida Palms, a new crime thriller from Joe Pan. It's his debut novel, and WUSF's Kathy Carter got to talk to him about it. Kathy, what intrigues you so much about this book, and why should other people be interested in it?
Well, I came for the Sons of Anarchy, but I actually stayed for the poetry. This is very much a thriller, and the author is a published poet, so the language in this story is just really so beautiful. There are actually a bunch of times that I would reread a passage because it was just so well written. You kind of just want to bask in the language a bit.
I was looking for a more dynamic way to tell this story that is very real and true to me, which is the story of people struggling in Central Florida.
So that was the author, Joe Pan, that you just heard from, that Kathy got to interview. How much Florida is in this book? How much does it feel like Florida when you were reading it?
Oh, there is Florida all over this book. The author, Joe Pan, he grew up on the Space Coast. There's a lot of passages in this book that he actually took from his real life. He actually had been to a biker party when he was young, when he was just 17. There are bikers in this story. There are meth zombies. There are gopher tortoises. There's Miami nightclubs. It's just really very Florida-centric.
Florida can't help but be a character, right? It attacks people with mosquitoes. People are hiding out. It's the capital of lightning and UFO sightings, but also the capital of serial killers. All of these things that feed into that mythos.
Yeah, wow, this book sounds like it's about as Florida as it gets. Kathy, it's only a couple weeks old now, but how much traction do you really think this book can have at the national level even?
Yeah, it's actually getting quite a bit of notice already. The New York Times did a really glowing story on it, a review, which is great because this is his first book, and it's actually been optioned by HBO, so they're going to make it into a TV series. They've already started working on the pilot.
And if people want to meet Joe, they're going to have a chance this week, right?
Yeah, he's doing a couple book talks in Tampa Bay. He's going to be at Tombolo Books tonight and at the Safety Harbor Public Library on Tuesday night.
And if you want more details on those book talks, you can get them right now at WUSF.org. You can also listen to the conversation between Kathy and Joe, the author of this new book. Kathy, thank you so much for the time.
It was fun. Thanks.
Lots of stuff going on in the Tampa Bay area this week, so let's get you a quick lay of the land. On Tuesday night, there's Sips and Trips at New World Tampa. It's a new lecture series with 3 adventurers and beer. They're sharing highlights from traveling the globe, typical stuff like chasing solar eclipses, climbing volcanoes, soaking in hot springs. They'll offer you some tips for your own treks. Reserve a seat if you want to go, and you can go to a warm-up cocktail hour before the talks. Wednesday night, Tampa Theater is showing No Country for Old Men. The plot, a guy shows up to a Texas town, starts killing people, and only one dude really knows what's going on. It's like a crime thriller, about 2 hours long. Tickets are $10 unless you're a member of Tampa Theater, then it's only $7. This movie came out in 2007, so you're going for the vibes, not to see the new next big thing. And this week from Tuesday to Sunday, you can catch the Rays playing 2 of the more popular teams in MLB. Tuesday and Wednesday, they take on the Yankees, and Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, they're up against the St. Louis Cardinals. After this week, 4 more home series remain for the Rays in Tampa at Steinbrenner Field before who knows what happens. If you made it a goal to check out their weird minor league baseball setup, don't say I didn't warn you. That's Monday's Bay Blend from WUSF. Hope your week gets started off well. If you're liking the pod, maybe you'll also like our daily newsletter, The Wake Up Call. It drops around the same time each day as the pod. See the stories I talk about, but a bit more fleshed out. You can sign up for it whenever you want at WUSF.org. But I'll get out your ears and be back Tuesday morning with another Bay Blend.